didn't put the stuffing in the microwave like some of us are all in a sandwich, but he certainly is right about the defense. Because the first few games of the season, they were going to have a ton of points. We talked about the difference between them and Boston. Now they've upped the defense, and the wins are coming.
Yeah, and it's hard. I mean, the first thing in the defense, you got to be able to stop basketball and put some pressure. And they've had their point guards out. And watching what they did tonight, and especially on the plays down the end, guarding Kemba Walker, they did a nice job. And we'll get a chance to take a look at it, Casey. And when you see LeBron James, first of all, this is tough. He takes this pick. Kevin Love steps up, and then nice hedge. And LeBron comes back and attacks Kemba Walker, makes him retreat. That's a difficult shot, and give them a lot of credit. They ended it with a rebound. Again, trying to go at Kevin Love on pick and roll. Kemba comes up. Great job by LeBron. He goes over. Now Dwight rolls, but Kemba comes back and goes right back to LeBron. But you still have to be able to stop Kemba. He has a lot of quickness, makes him kick it out and make him take another tough shot. They're doing a nice job. And when you have a guy 6'8" for Kemba, even if a guy is rolling, it's hard for there to see somebody come off the roll. So LeBron takes that challenge. Your best player, everybody kind of gets on board.
Yeah, Smith, you said the defense has improved. I mean, early on they were giving up north of 41% from the three-point line against their opponents. But I think a couple things played a role. I think, one, the shortened preseason, you know, and them also being an older team. And so Ty Lue not being able to really get the practice time in. Dwayne Wade came in late. Thompson's been hurt. Now Love slides to the center position. You got some new faces and some trades that came in. So it's kind of taken them a little bit to figure things out, get comfortable with the rotations. And, you know, to get into kind of shape, I think, where you have to have the multiple efforts on the defensive end. So they now have figured it out. With Cleveland, it wasn't a matter that they couldn't do it. It's just that they weren't doing it. But now they have certainly turned that corner. And down the stretch, in that particular play, as you illustrated, I mean, being able to get those necessary stops is key.
And no IT yet, too, which let's not downplay, right? I mean, that's obviously a big thing. Also no Derrick Rose, who they haven't had in a while, but now things get even more interesting. Today it came out, Derrick said he's going to kind of reevaluate his situation in terms of his future in basketball. Now, he's dealt with a lot of issues, a ton of injuries. Clearly, it looks like, Smitty, there would be even more rehab in his future. Not an easy spot. Tough to see a player who's still got a lot left in his game, which we saw last year in this kind of a position.
You feel for any professional athlete or any athlete going through a lot of injuries. And Derrick Rose has had his share, G. Hill, and just going through that rehab process. And obviously, you know, he knows how his body feels. He knows what it takes to get back. And then I think the way he plays is he uses so much physical. He puts his body in a beating, the way he goes and attacks. And I just feel for him, you know, obviously for him, whatever decision he makes, hope it's the right decision for him, and he can come to terms with it.
Yes, Smitty, I mean, I've gone through my share of injuries. I still am.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's tough. And it's more difficult mentally and emotionally. That's the challenge. And, you know, people don't understand, I think, the amount of work that goes into rehabbing, having these season-ending injuries, and then have it happen over and over again. And so, you know, as you said, whatever he decides, you hope he has peace of mind with that decision. I'd like to see him try to continue to play and play as long as he can. You know, hopefully whatever he's going through right now is not too serious like he's been through before. But it's tough. It's tough when you get, you know, constantly going through this. And I still think this team with Derrick Rose can do something special. I don't know if they can beat Golden State, but it'd be great for him to at least get the opportunity to maybe go to the finals and experience playing on that kind of stage.